itself was unexpected, and I think Wiz probably has more up his sleeve here than what he's shown us already. The map choice here will be Sky Temple from Tempest. It's their map choice.
Yep, and it is going to be first pick for Supreme Mixtape. And they have to show a stronger draft this time. Last draft, they lacked in damage. Maybe they were trying to snipe on Duck Duck's comfort zone, and really it didn't work out. Duck Duck on Taika's looked so strong, fine, just melting down that Muradin front line. It's not like Duck Duck is a new player. And
no,
even Modern Life
champion.
Even Modern Life really stepped up. Before he was good on Tyrael and Ragnaros. Now Zeratul. He's really widening his hero pool at the competitive league.
Well, with Sky Temple the map choice here, if they're going to toss on the throwaway ban, they better take Falstad first. Or, look, Lockdown in summer season was the best Falstad in the world. And the only problem with Lockdown's Falstad really was that he didn't think Stormlord Falstad was the best Falstad skin. But I have nothing else bad to say about him. Don't give, when you have first pick, Falstad to Tempest on Sky Temple. Do not do it. If you're not going to take it, you better first ban it.
Yep, because there is lockdown on. If you let lockdown on that Falstad, he's gonna gust you into trouble, or he's gonna save his teammates. So instead of banning Leeming, they should go for banning Falstad. If not,
well, with the variant ban here, Tempest now has to make the choice of whether they're gonna ban Falstad.
Yep.
This may give Supreme Mixtape Ragnaros if they want to commit that highly to it. They could also deny Zeratul here, if that's something they're looking towards. And with Supreme Mixtape, especially with their last draft, you're never really certain what they're going to bring out here. In terms of Zeratul play, Wiz has played it one time, lost the game. So not a real big hero for the guy, to be honest. I mean, he has played 6 different heroes, and so he's got a large pool. I think Ragnaros is the solid pick here. You could make arguments for first pick Dahaka on this map to control the global, since, you know, Falstad is removed, and it kind of messes with what Tempest might have had planned for this map. They are using a lot of time, which is a little bit concerning. It makes me believe they really wanted the Falstad, that they were banning this, so they were hoping maybe Tempest would ban Zeratul. They get the Falstad, but because they didn't, they had to give some more thought. Wiz is going to take the Zeratul, though, and that... we'll see if that works out this time. They've denied it from Modern Life, and he's played 1 career game of Zeratul here in Korea.
Yep, and banning out Zeratul, not Zeratul, Varian, is a smart choice. Sign was going around picking on lots of times no chat or the other damage, even Sylvanas, and Tempest was the right one actually focusing, and I guess it worked out because Sign was going for stuns and taunts, and it was Lockdown doing so much damage with that. With his Q build, burst damage, taking one out, and then they could have just continued their role in the team fights. And they're going to pick Malfurion and Ragnaros, of course, very strong support. And what can we say? Ragnaros is into all draft right now.
This leaves Zarya open, and we didn't really see this type of drafting because of how oddly Supreme Mixtape played it in the previous draft. And we'll see how well their Vala works out. Remember, Dudu's best hero historically, his most famed hero, is Vala. They're going to take the Ariel away from him. This is not a shocker. We could still see the Tassadar, the other Protoss, Zeratul on their side already.
Maybe Zarya is enough for that shield and one more support.
The problem if you go into that is you end up with like solo support Tassadar, which. Or you just don't have a proper tank. You have either solo tank Zarya or solo support Tassadar, which doesn't really work in either form. So I think that the ban on Ariel is, in this case, kind of everything comes to a point. It's just the best ban for Tempest here. Supreme Mixtape, given some thought to the range damage, we might see a Leeming ban once more. As it could just be solo DPS Vala. We've seen it time and time and time and time again. And I mean, it definitely will be, based on what we've drafted so far. So I'd say take Leeming or Tychus away here.
Yep, and They have a lot of tanks available, but they end up just banning out both warriors in the front line. Little bit surprising, and then that just brings Tychus and Muradin just insta pick from Tempest.
They're so happy to take Tychus right away.
Yeah.
Why not? And the strength of banning ETC is banning away his global presence post 10 on this huge map. Yeah, but you also now have given Muradin to your opponent. As you mentioned, Varian is banned as well. And they're looking at, they're kind of forced into this Johanna pick. I'd say we're a really solid finishing choices here for Scarlet, and Judy would just be the Johanna into the Kharazim. But it just feels like the draft is like a little bit lopsided. The Zarya shields you talked about with the secondary support of Kharazim will help keep Vala alive. They have Zero to relieve some of that pressure.
Well, Scarlet did play all the support except for Lily, Tassadar, and Tyrande. So he has a lot of choice even. Yeah, Morales did come out once.
It's not going to be his first time. No pink tank this time, but I mean, this could in theory work. Stim Drone's going to be really strong on Vala. It's very similar to what they were doing on Tomb of the Spider Queen, just without the siege tank, having Vala instead. Tyrael going to also empower Zeratul and Zarya at close range. The more I look at this comp, the more I like it, to be honest. It's a little bit of a different approach to the Vala. It's going to be Gul'dan for that extra rage mage damage for Tempest.
One thing I'm afraid of for Supreme Mixtape, they're very squishy. They're very easy to get picked off from rotations of Tempest. They're gonna have at least Malfurion or Muradin going around, rotate the map. We'll see. I really like Tempest's draft a little more.
To be honest, I actually think I like Supreme Mixtapes, especially with the Morales pick. I think the only burst they have is going to be from a Sulfuric Smash. Tychus is going to have to get those kills quickly. The longer the fight goes, the better for Supreme Mixtape. As we go into Sky Temple, Tempest map here. They wanted to close this series out soon. One more one to put them on match point. Let's jump to that second map. Welcome to Sky Temple. In blue, Tempest, Hide on Malfurion, Duck on Tychus, Lockdown on Gul'dan, Sign on Muradin, Modern Life on Ragnaros.
And their opponent in red, Supreme Mixtape Scarlet on Morales, Dutu on Vala, Wiz on Zeratul, Judy on Tyrael, and No Chat on Zarya. Zarya is the most comfortable hero of No Chat, is indeed, as he heavily favors played almost 85 to 90% of Zarya, unless it was banned from Open Division, and they are the Open Division winner of HGC Korea.
Yep. Judy here just going to contest this shrine, or rather watchtower, as everyone else collapsing onto Dudu here. Look at how difficult it is to blow him up. Actually, I mean, like, this is why I'm saying, like, the draft for Mixtape was actually pretty good here. Look how difficult it is to kill him. And he was totally out of position. By rights, with almost any other support, without a Zarya, like, that's a dead Vala. But in this case, that damage from Lockdown is just too slow. They need Sulfuric Smash. They need this massive amount of Lockdown. They need the Stormbolt to follow through. They need Echoed Corruption, like, stacked on top of him to kill him. Killing him otherwise is going to be so difficult. So I think this Glass Cannon Vala against this composition, pretty good situation here. I'm kind of leaning towards their draft. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win the game, but in terms of how these teams are going to interact with each other in trades and in fights, like, it's going to be very difficult for Tempest to get kills. They also have Wiz to be able to help defend Vala if anyone's trying to flank. Wiz can also threaten Modern Life. So I like it. We have a kind of a lane swap here too. The bot lane ends up being the solo lane for the beginning of this as we rotate up with that shrine phase starting, temple phase here, top and mid. Everyone's going to rotate up, including Wiz. No solos for this one.
Well, it's both teams just trading the tempo for the moment, and without actually going to that flame build.
Tyrael went down super low, probably here by, Duck. So just saw that he had to tap home. but still, like, no leads, very even the trade you just described. Was harassing Tychus a little bit in the mid lane, but not really going to amount to much of anything. Lockdown heals up here. He was also very low after that exchange. And you could almost make the argument this is somewhat a tiny win for Supreme Mixtape because Tyrael got to go home for free and get his mana back. At the same time, though, Duck Duck goes bot and gets the wave pushed. Wiz going to go down to meet him. Not even going to get a single lost minion. Oh, okay, missed one. Saw it there. This time we got it. MDK showing those lost minions.
Yep, and Wiz also trying to do the same thing, but he's already spotted by Tychus. And Tempest actually going around, starting to camp already. That was pretty quick.
Getting away. Wiz taking some damage. Of course, going into Vorpal. No regen master for Zeratul these days.
Let's see the comp of Supreme Mixtape. No wombo combos. It is all most likely to save Vala, try to do some damage, and if Vala is not able to pick up a kill, Zeratul come around from the side and help picking up that kill. But is that going to be? We're talking about one kill here when the entire team can be just destroyed while that's happening.
Come on, you don't think they're going to go Graviton Surge into Void Prison to Graviton Surge into Rain of Vengeance? Wombo combo? Come on, G-Clef, let's think bigger here.
And a cleave to do all that damage?
Yeah. No, I think you're right. There's a question of will Vala be able to do enough consistent damage on her own here with Zeratul paired there? Yeah, it's going to be like, can they kill Modern Life? If they can get him, then I think yes. Like, Dudu just will not die ever, okay? Like, we've established that already. And, look, they're like, oh, I got him! Like, no, you don't sign. You can get the Stormbolt and get out. You damaged Judy, but Dudu is fine, okay? This is still a lot of pressure put onto this healing well. That's what they really want for that next Temple phase. And there's no rotation. There's no relief down from Wiz. So Wiz not coming down here means they will get that well. It's going to be a full health well for Tempest. And it works out because that's now the timing of this next Temple. Wiz actually trying to commit to a kill on Modern Life mid. It's not going to happen. You can see that on the health bars and on the mini-map. This is really good for Tempest. They're up a level, and they have full control of this shrine and the healing well.
Yeah, they took down that well. They knew exactly what they want to do, and this is pretty fast because they just traded the first Temple phase. They're not going to be close to 10 at all. Modern Life getting pretty low.
Dudu is not, though. Just getting, like, pretty high, actually, on health. And maybe the idea here is if I can't kill Dudu, I'm going to kill Scarlet. And they tried, but once it doesn't work, like, she just passively regens health. This is still controlled, though, by Tempest.
And Sign jumps right in. Stonebolt does land on Dudu, but not enough damage. Molten Core is helping a little bit of poking, but takes no one down.
Yeah, it's all about Modern Life. Like I said, if he can do that extra damage, they can get the burst, they can get kills. You can also alternatively do that temporarily to control this Temple so that even though they don't get any kills, they still get all the shots. And that's what's happening here so far. No Chat with a lot of energy here, but they're not going to be able to turn this. They lost the fort. Wiz got a lot of extra soak during this, but they're still down a level. If he can get this fort, that would be really nice, but I think that's optimistic.
And Scarlet has been keeping a pretty good position on the back line, sustaining the team, but also Malfurion has been sustaining Tempest pretty well, and amount of damage put out was so much higher from Tempest that eventually Morales just ran out of mana and had to hark back home.
Tempest decided to get 2 forts, which let Wiz get the top fort, which I didn't think was going to happen. I thought they were going to split for Soak and try to maybe punish him for that. They're taking the super greedy move because they have 10 first. They get both forts and contest Boz. Wiz knows about this, of course, but he's just going to stay top because he knows he can't really help this. And he's just going to keep that top lane push. He's going to do a lot of soaking. He's going to, you know, he's not backdooring, but he's essentially preventing, oh, hold that thought, nearly a steal here. He's preventing this boss from being just free in terms of what they could have done, because if he was down there trying to contest 5v5, they wouldn't be getting soak, and they wouldn't be able to get the boss anyways. So he is trying to push them to 10, so they have 10 for the defense of the boss, to make sure the boss doesn't get more than really just to keep wall here.
Yeah, Wiz has been soaking pretty well and made a pretty significant push on top, but was it worth it? They did not hit 10 yet. That was their best option at the moment, and Tempest, they have already pushed 2 forts. and even pressuring the wall.
Well, 10's reach now. They got Stim Drone. There's always the question, like, are they really going to go medevac? We have that extra global, that extra escape. No, never. Not right now in Korea. But it's going to empower Ball. It's going to make her damage a lot more consistent. Only during those team fights, during those times. No keep kill. Only a level up. Really about like 80% of a level up right now is Tempest. So there's a game that Supreme Mixtape absolutely can bounce back in. As at the top lane, Ragnaros, Modern Life up there just cleaning the rest of the minions, trying to get that EXP, which means this is a, close call there. I was going to say this is a lack of a body here. They use Horrify just to make sure that that didn't go horribly wrong. No pun intended.
You've been doing that a lot today.
No, I know. I'm like, oh, my brain is just like, I'm just programmed to dad joke, okay? I'm sorry, viewers. Sometimes pun intended. In this case, no, but it's just my programming. I'm sorry.
It looks like we need to fix on the program. No Chat does get caught, but Scarlet is healing from the side. Look how much heal that had. And Dudu tries to chase for the moment.
That root is huge. Dudu can't do any damage there.
With Stim Drone.
Like, No Chat had full energy. If they actually have Stim Drone plus the full energy, No Chat there, and he actually can get in there and start the fight, this is a totally different situation. But because the root goes down, it's no longer that way. Okay, here's a Void. Unfortunately, it's on the targets they want to kill, though. So this actually works in favor of Tempest. Sank goes down here. They're going to try to turn this around.
Good Sank popping up, but Sign on that front line. And Odin is doing so much poking from the back line. Entire team so low. Scarlet has no mana. Oh,
there you go. They needed the Void to be on the tank so they could kill the squishies there. It was the opposite way. Modern Life doesn't check Judy. That would have been another kill.
Wiz is standing stall. Oh, look at that patience. Modern Life, can you find him? No, he does not. Lucky Wiz.
Yeah, doesn't really accomplish anything for him temporarily there. He's just going to have to go back. That was I guess him standing there for that long is better than being dead with a death timer that's much, much longer than how long he stood there.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to not move. If you move, it actually looks a lot. You can realize that something is moving. It's a lot easier to see. And even with that, Tempest is going to have full control at the bottom temple. Supreme Mixtape, they are going to have a long time before they hit 13. Tempest can even, extend. It's not overextending here. They can take this camp if they want to.
Gonna try for it. Modern Life does get caught by his explosions on the Horrify, trying to save him here. Does not work. As you can see, Wiz is now the target for the healing here, but Scarlet is under fire. Sign is on top of her. Good Zarya shield here. Sign is not going to be able to get the kill. In fact, has to Dwarf toss away. Judy gets out. Here's the Stim Drone. Once again, the root to deny Dudu. These roots 2 for 2 on the Stim Drones. Things could have gotten really out of hand there if that hadn't gone off, but they still might. Sign really wants to commit. He's full focus Morales. He's got the Reddit mentality right now. As you do see, he gets the kill.
It was Bomb D5 and he actually gets the kill while his entire teammate was caught in Void Prison, and that's a full team wipe coming out from Tempest.
100% front page Reddit. Focus Morales was the answer.
The god.
100% like... Well, that is going to be a full team wipe. That's going to be a keep, and that's going to be 16. If you can't kill Vala, kill Morales, I suppose, is the idea here at the end of the day.
I thought for a second that Sign could have been a little bit too aggressive, dwarf tossing right into Scarlet. But Scarlet was very low on mana, and 5 of them could not focus down a single Moradin for the 5 seconds they had with that Void Prison.
They didn't have 13, and Rip Giant Killer not happening, so that was one of the factors. But really, I think that root stopping Dudu's Stim Drone, Scarlet's Stim Drone on Dudu, was one of the key factors. 2 for 2. Hyde is on point tonight. He's in our highlight reel for this weekend for how crazy he is on Kharazim. His Malfurion play has been good as well with these roots. Hyde's always been a top-tier support, and no one's ever going to question him, especially after watching plays like we've seen tonight. Okay, posturing around this boss right now. It has respawned. Keep is already down, and with that walkway open, a talent tier up, Tempest could try to boss here after this temple phase. because that's kind of a pathway to victory, straight to the core.
Yeah, but Supreme Mixtape is so far away from 16 at the moment. So Wiz is trying to get some look into front line. And Void Prison does pop, catching 2. Duck is alone. That's a good catch.
Okay, this time Stim Drone. Look at Dudu. He's full health. No one is touching him right now as he does the damage, but Sign comes in. Sanctification is here, but look at the silence. It's Hyde once more with the Sulfuric Smash as well. Sulfuric Smash going to do that CC there. The Void Prison expires, and Judy, that was the cutest Druid I've ever seen, but this looks to be game. Sign gets the kill as well here, or rather gets the Stormbolt, which will secure the kill. And I think that is GG.
Yep, that will be GG. That root coming from Hyde hit Dudu right at the spot. No way of getting out. But Dudu was actually doing pretty good damage with that Stim Drone.
There's a Sulfuric Smash there too with the CC to lock him down. That is going to be all sure. The respawn's coming in here for Supreme Mixtape. Actually, they don't have Void, but looks like I spoke too soon there. We're only 13 minutes into the game. Yes, they have 12 kills and 17. With level 17 and 12 kills, you might think they got the game, but the respawn timers are super low because they are so high or so ahead in EXP.
And Tychus also went back home.
That's true.
Having that Odin, I thought maybe had been enough, but just going to get this bottom temple should be enough for the moment. They only have 2 structures left for Supreme Mixtape side, and core health is at 54%.
Here's that Odin you were looking for. Let's see if they can make the Stim Drone work this time. Sulfuric Smash already used here, but Sign in perfect position. Bala with a nice Rain of Vengeance, but it's too little too late as Scarlet is already dead. Dudu's the next to fall, and this is going to be a game for realsies this time, G-Clap.
This looks like a deja vu almost.
Even cuter Aldruin, look this time, like it's almost the same. Like cute Aldruin last time, this one was even cuter as he went back in.
And the only difference is Wiz is trying to look for a kill onto Duck, but he is not able to even root it.
Yep, rooted, he blinks.
Just to stall some time, but that's not going to be enough. Sign, Modern Life, lockdown, almost full health. And Zeratul does go down at the end. It is going to be game number 2 going to Tempest.
Could have perhaps voided the core there, I guess, but that game was going to end either way. Sign carried that. Hyde helped him get there, and we saw Modern Life with just some really overall great Ragnaros play. And in these games, Duck's Tychus, like, I don't want to say he's playing well or he's playing badly. He's just, like I said last game, doing his job. And the team has this perfect cohesion.